And let's see here. That green actually looks like it's normal. Yeah. And today. Oh, almost everything. Hold on. There we go. Okay. And everything's back up. Let's see, where were we? We want to go southwest. That's where we want to go. Except for the fact I think... Yeah, I wanted to actually leave. That way we can... go throw some things in some storage over here. My ever-cluttering storage system. Ow. That's right, I started actually sorting out some of the stuff. Like, that goes in there. You know what, I'll sort it all later. I'll make a whole entire day out of that eventually, but right now our current... They changed the way those look since last time we played. I did go through and press the update all button, you know, something that may have been a bad idea, in all honesty, but I did update the mods in between last time we played and now. I forgot to put it in the backpack, hold on. So all of this stuff, leave the tent. Yeah, the texture's changed. That's interesting. Yeah, I think that's fine. Whatever I just threw in there should be perfectly fine. Okay, so now let's continue on our adventure to find the Guardian Temple. I also went through and, while playing through my test world, I figured out what made that loud. Well, I think I figured it out. What made the loud, theme song? I think it was a theme song for a Ben 10 series, actually. Which... I know why it'd be in the mod pack, but I wouldn't know why it's the one that's always suddenly coming up as we're adventuring. I mean, yeah, it's kind of something we've already gotten a piece to start with. We still need to do a whole bunch more, and okay, I've already completed this. Southwest. Hold on. We're facing east. So east, so this should be south, roughly southwest. I'm not dealing with you because you're just annoying. I think a lot of mods changed some of their things. I don't think I remember a call looking quite like that, but that is a nice recall. Okay. So roughly this direction. Eventually the map will start showing us moving in one direction or another, and then we'll know it's just straight in a direction. Out of all the mods I have, I think this is probably the most tedious one to get some of the better items, which is by design, because some of these items are kind of, at least mildly overpowered, to entirely overpowered. So having to actively go out and find something that could easily be within the 3,000s to 6,000s in a direction. Oh yeah, we're not even close then. Oh, come on, you're fine. I might need to move my fan over here. My device is saying it's starting to overheat slightly, which isn't actually that abnormal now that I think about it. It happens all the time playing Minecraft. You know, for having almost 13 gigabytes of RAM, which, yeah, not a lot, but it's more than some computers I've played Minecraft on. The main issue is the fact that only like 9 or so gigabytes are actually available for use by every single thing on the computer, which includes OBS. So, okay, the car alarm went away. Well, yeah, the fact that this mod pack itself probably can't run with too much below what I gave it already, being just, I think, just over 8 gigs. Maybe just under 8 gigs, I'm not entirely sure. Somewhere around the 8 gigabyte area. I literally can't do anything else while streaming. At least. Oh, hi. Actually, that's part of what that stuttering is right there, is something I have to make sure it's not using up too much of the RAM, because if this does hit its max limit of RAM, there's a chance it just completely closes the game, which, I mean, that's normal for Minecraft anyway, but I mean, like, not Minecraft crashing because it's out of RAM and closing because of that, but because my system itself will think it's trying to take up too much RAM because the system itself runs low on RAM. Which, you know, has happened to me before in some of the bigger mod packs I've played. This mod pack has 200 mods, and a lot of them are actually kind of small, but this is about the limit of what I can safely play before it starts completely breaking. Ow. Hold on, I need to reorient I need to reorient myself that way. I mean, it's a good mod pack. Anybody with an actual decent gaming computer, which technically yes I do have, but also it's definitely not made for things like giant Minecraft mod packs. It can run Skyrim pretty well with a decent amount of mods. I think the highest mod pack I've played had like 300 mods in it. Then again, most of those mods were mostly script fixes and stuff to make sure it doesn't crash with too many mods, which I need to figure out what I'm looking for all those again, because making my own mod packs is fun and all, but having a mod pack with, say, 50 mods that somehow just completely break amongst each other is kind of tiring to troubleshoot sometimes. Other times it's extremely fun. And most of the time you can have a good 100 mods on most things without it completely falling apart. But that's besides the point. I mean, with Minecraft, most mods, it's pretty simple. You just have to remember to grab like the same 5 mods with every mod pack that goes past 100 mods, just to make sure that the mods aren't all eating up the RAM at an alarming rate. You know, such as I'm sure you guys have noticed at this point. When the world flashes and everything reloads, that's actually a mod I have that frees up all the chunks, keeps all the RAM away. Or, yeah, I guess keeps all the RAM away. Keeps from eating all my RAM. Now, it doesn't help against things like this, but there are mods I have that are supposed to help against lag and other things. Just some small lag spikes here and there aren't just that bad, though. I've definitely played with a lot worse before. The sun is missing. That's fun. That means it's getting close to nighttime, doesn't it? I'm gonna head that way, which means I'm gonna need a boat. Do I have a boat? That's not the button I wanted to press. I just opened my backpack, didn't I? There it goes. No boat in there either. I guess we're just walking this way. Why are there so many car alarms today? It just hit me that there was another car alarm like a couple seconds ago. It's just like, hold on. Wasn't there just a car alarm? I mean, I know I live in the middle of a city, but normally there's only a couple car alarms every so often. Not. Hi, that was a very big lag spike. Anyway. There's a pig. I might hit the point where I'm gonna need to start murdering pigs for on-the-go food. Maybe some chickens. Though chickens are a bit more risky. I mean, that goes without saying. Eating raw chickens is a lot more risky than eating raw pork. Anyway. I mean, raw pork's probably not good for you either in real life, but... Ooh. It's another waystone that apparently thinks it's an oak log, which implies there's lag. That's a structure we want to keep in mind for later, but not something we can deal with right now. Not while I'm at it. No, I've tried it 6 times at this point. There we go. Finally. More almonds. I'm gonna need to start sacrificing some of my repair kits. Stored durability for my axe. Oh, that's all of the durability for my axe. Don't think I have anything else I can throw in there. No. So, gonna have to be careful with our stuff for a little bit. Can't scoot. Is that what I think it is? That might be a boss type monster that I'm capable of actually kind of killing. As long as I'm careful. And use my magic. Well, this is climactic, I guess. That's teleport, I don't want that. Electrocute. Electrocute. And then run and run as fast as I can. Please don't lag me. Magic arrow still. Oh, there it goes. I'm out of magic. That's an issue. This electrocute uses only a little bit of mana. Well, thank you for harvesting all these trees for me, Mr. Cyclops. You just hit yourself in the head with a coconut. No, let me go. That worked. That did not work. Well...
You are immortal. Return and give that pitiful creature a demonstration of this fact.
Thank you, magical eyeball man, but all my stuff is currently there. Oh, it should be simple enough. I should be able to find it. Oh, that's right. This is where the dragon was. No, not dealing with that. There's a village near this. I think that's where it started. Hold on, do I have a... No... Yes? No. That's gonna require a bit... Oh, sorry, I just bumped the mic with my hand. We don't have anything. It's gonna have to... I know his new name was 1600. Oh, that's gonna be a little bit this way. All my stuff's with a Cyclops and I have nothing to blame but myself. That's something I should probably have gotten. A mini-map. Mini-map would be great. Put down a whole bunch of waystones. Or not waystones, waypoints. Be able to keep everything nice and marked. able to figure out which of the stones I have are... Ooh, some dragon bones. Oh, I'm heading this way. And the little butterfly. So anyway, there's a reason I don't play on hardcore all that often, because I know I'd die within the first few hours. I mean, you just saw I got one shot by a Cyclops that I swear didn't hit me? But I guess it did. I don't know, I didn't get to see the... I mean, I'm not sure if any of you guys saw any different than I did, but I didn't really see much of when it hit me. All I know is I got picked up at one point. I know, nope, not dealing with you two. You two can go away. Please. Oh, more lathes. Lathes are useful later. More in they drop a material we need, not in we can use... Actually, we can probably use them for something too. I think there's one thing I can... Oh. Ooh, another lotus. Efficiency and soulbound. I won't lose that one. A forger's charm. That looks like my first forger's charm. I'll put it there. Okay. Firefly swarm. Useful. Why are you suddenly highlighted? That's part of a mod that we don't have the things to start with yet. I mean, we have something, but... Well, we had something, but it's my backpack. My backpack's still over here. At least we have a gravestone that we can come back to and grab all the stuff from, so it shouldn't be too terribly difficult. We're just gonna have to survive all the way over there. Ooh, a red flower. Red flowers are nice. It's not a mystical red flower, it's just a red flower, but you know. Red fire lily, I think? Yes. Also an ice and a lightning lily, those are also important for the same but different things to use it on. Sorry, I thought I saw one of the clovers. I'm actually looking... Every time I walk by the clovers, I'm looking for something specific. And I don't think we found any. They're extremely rare, but once we find a lucky clover, we're probably gonna... We're gonna need to definitely put that into a chest somewhere where it won't be lost. Mika, these items are the most important items chest. Okay, why is my mouse doing that? There we go. My mouse is forking again. I think I brought this up already, but my mouse sometimes just stalls out of nowhere for a second or two. Sometimes doesn't fully stall though. There's times when I can use the clicks, but moving it does nothing, which is kind of odd, but... Okay. That was potentially scary. Anyway. Speaking of scary, I don't know what sometimes triggers it, but every so often, those guys will go from being neutral mobs that don't care anything about you being here unless you're actively messing with them to, as a parent, to just chasing you down relentlessly as if you just murdered their entire family. It's just like, I don't know what sets them off, but I'm gonna be extremely careful with them here. They're useful and they're tameable, which is most of why they're useful. So they have feathers too that they can drop when you kill them, which is also useful, but they're strong, and given I'm only at half my current armor, that I don't have a shield. If I had a shield, I'd be able to try to tame one, because the shield guarantees you take no damage every time they... Because their taming system works differently than... Well, works differently than those guys. I'm gonna leave those guys alone. The taming system works differently than a lot of creatures. They work sort of like a horse, but they're in the sky. And while they're in the sky, being tamed like a horse, they try to bite you as you sit on them. They don't throw you off like a horse, so you don't have to worry about plummeting to your death. At least, unless you accidentally press the shift key, which I've done at least once. But they do a decent amount of damage when they peck at you. And I never quite get their name right. Every time I read it, I swear I read it as something different. I'm looking up to see, are they supposed to attack you? Because everything in the game says they're neutral. I finally figured out that I've been reading it wrong for a while now, and even now I still kind of... I'm not entirely sure which it is now, actually. Need to go look at them again. There's a bestiary somewhere in this... somewhere in the mod pack. We just need to get close enough to a dragon to get juice for it, but not close enough to be incinerated or frozen or otherwise turned into dragon food. Oh, some gold. Can always use some gold. Oh, a potion of haste. There's some apples. I'll actually eat some apples. These apples are very useful. Because now with these, we can make some apple saplings. Well, later, when we're actually at home. I think that's one of the mods that may have been updated. I don't know, I have to check, because I know they're supposed to get... I know where we are, actually. I just remembered. I know exactly where we are now. I'm gonna head southwest. It should be... this way from the village. Yeah, that is a great idea. I should get a mini-map mod. I should also stop jumping off of cliffs like this, because this is horrible for my player health and my hunger. My sleeping bags and my gravestone. That's gonna be a pain. Is that thing what I think it is? No, that's absolutely not what I think it is. The hole in the ground, not solid ground. I swear I just saw something I don't like in the void. Because if I saw what I thought I saw, I'm almost positive I saw what I thought I saw. Yeah, let's go this way. And specifically underwater. If we're lucky, we can see... No, that's not what I thought it was. That was actually something that should let me know what the other thing was that was right there, staring at me. Get closer to the jungle, get closer to the jungle, get closer to the jungle, or at least that guy. Get closer to him. If we get closer to him... there's a chance that he'll protect me. That's the Graver. Hello, friend. Grave robbing. Ooh. Those enchantments don't go with a helmet. Here, since I have some levels, I guess I could learn some knowledge. More defense. Why is that so small right now? Did my... No, why is that so big? Hold on. That's at least partially better. Just some friendly fish. Almost look like Claudine. Although we don't have Pokemon. Pokemon is a good mod to play. I have diamonds. No, I don't want to go that way. Well, I kind of have to go that way. Because I'm almost positive somewhere over that way is my stuff. So anyway, since we have Farmer's Delight, I can't eat this directly. I have to specifically place it down, eat it in 4 big chunks. Or get a knife and start cutting it all into pieces. Pieces of a pie that can just be
Leave you alone. If you want you alone. No Cyclops in here, so this is definitely not where we were. Although this is similar to where we were, so. And looking for another beach, I guess. I think Cyclops is asleep. A lot of monsters, well, monsters, quote unquote, mythological creatures, I should say, from the moth usually sleep. So there's a good chance that Cyclops is asleep next to the sheep, keeping them safe from whatever grave system I have enabled that got rid of my fancy key. Because it was Coral Tombstone is a great mod for its. I know what's there and I don't want to touch it. No. No. I want to go in and get all the stuff from it, but I don't want to go in because I know what spawns if you get too close. Where am I now? Why am I all the way back here? I mean, long story short, that is the final boss that you're only supposed to reach once you get to the end portion of the game, which was technically added by an add-on to the mod that added the boss in the first place, but you know. Oh, I know what's over here. It's an illager camp. Right next to Doom. Okay, yep. Hello. Oh, this is a sunken ship. For a second I saw scaffolding and I was... Oh, come on. Let me live. Open sesame. Why am I all the way back here? Magic soup. Let's see here. I don't have... And this is where waypoints would be great. You know, I shouldn't have went to that chest considering I don't even have my backpack right now. My inventory is going to be full by the time I know where you were. We're getting closer to the... Oh. Hello, little tree. I want to get you, but I can't get you right now because I'm busy. And plus, I don't have an axe. I should get some carrots to plant. Hold on, let me just... Somewhere over here are some sheep. And by the sheep, there's a Cyclops. And with the Cyclops, we'll leave you alone. Oh, it's a full moon. How nice. That usually means more enemies. With armor and everything. I don't think this is the beach. Nope. Don't want you to attack me. Leave me alone. You know, there's one thing about being slightly laggy that gives you an advantage over not being slightly laggy. You can outrun a lot of things without having to worry about them actually being able to find you. There's a server will place you where it thinks you've been compared to how you've been walking while they've been stuck doing who knows what. I guess staring off into space or something. Well, I guess I do know what, that they've been literally lagging and haven't had a chance to. Did I just see something through the... Huh. I may be seeing things. I thought I saw something glowing through the side of the block I was looking at. Oh, I'm hungry again. I can't place this here. You know, that's the good thing about pie. You can eat it so quickly, even with lag. Okay, now that's scaffolding. That's a wraith. Spruce, my favorite type of wood. Jump up the ladder as fast as we can go. Ding. I have no space to actually open up these chests, so I'm just gonna go home. Clear my inventory. Hopefully. Go ahead and cut up all these pies. And after that, we'll go to bed. Oh, gives you speed. I didn't even realize the pie gave you speed. Anyway. Water breathe. That's the helmet. Okay. Now I head on off to hopefully find my grave. I think I'm alive. Well, if I don't grave, I guess I found more or less the most important item that was lost. Why do I have a random slot up there? I want that next slot. There we go. I found things that are better than everything I had. Well, not better by a lot, but I've learned the randomized rune. If I can't beat the Cyclops, I can't beat you, so I'm not even gonna try. I need quartz and I need lapis. So I believe it's quartz and lapis. Might just be lapis. I know lapis is at least a big one for half of what that thing does. Right now it's currently doing nothing, but it could do some very great things for me. There's only like one or two items that'd be better that I could find in the chest, but those are extremely rare. I mean, I think that thing's extremely rare. Does it give me a... those kind of dungeon chests on top of the towers? Yeah. Well, the more you know. Guess towers count as dungeons. It's missing an order lock, so it won't activate. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna be in the boat. I want my spellbook back. I really want my spellbook back. Run as fast as we can. You can't catch me. I have the speed 2 effect. Oh, not going in the ocean anytime soon. Those guys don't sleep. That's a little bit that I know. They're also one of the more annoying enemies to have to actually fight. They're technically not boss type enemies like the Cyclopses either. They're just there. They can literally spawn anywhere in the ocean. Okay, well I said I'm not going to the ocean. I guess I'm in the ocean now. I'm trying to get over to that side. My apple seeds. I just realized. My little apple trees are currently lost over there too. I lost somewhere. As long as I don't die again, I could try to get some sort of death compass. I know there's a death compass, but I thought we had a way to return to. Should have been in this mod, I think. No. No, that requires a curse, so we can't get it, and it's unable to be searched. You can probably look up the recipe, but we can't get any of the stuff for the recipe, and it won't let us craft it either way. And even looking up what it's called, it just gives you a terrible mess. Don't even have a map anymore. We're just going blind. Unless... Oh, unless... It's a beach, but is it the beach? No, but these are useful. Oh, so are these, but for different reasons. I like blueberries for... Hold on. There we go. Don't have to worry about planting things if nothing's in your hand. Because both of these can be planted back into the ground like sweet berries can. Grave. Thank you for the book pile, I guess. I just dropped it. Sad. Okay, I am... Okay, let me see. That's for armor. That's from the mod that gave me the trident. I mean, frostbite works at least. I'll wear netherite, why not? We're off. I think of all the bad things that... Or of all the things that we lost that could have been bad for us, there's only really one that I know looking for. They're usually easier to find than anything else. If we found our current destination and I lost all that stuff, well then that'd be a completely different issue. But if we found my destination, I'd probably end up putting a waystone down on the destination anyway. So we'd probably be able to find our way back pretty easily. Honestly, there's not much exploring to be done after we found it, because not many other places really need exploration other than, you know, find a specific villager type here and capture villagers there, which you can do with a villager farm. Just need a couple of villagers to start it all off with. I'm really upset about my spells, though. I had some pretty good spells in my spell book. Taking that. Oh no, right. Oh? This is extremely useful. I'm just gonna take that and... That is my first spellstone. That is not where spellstones go. That is my first spellstone. Spellstones are great. This one in particular is extremely great. Wanna know why? Yay! No more falling to my death. Also gives me some extra strength, I believe. I'm gonna need to go home and empty my stuff now. Oh, and also, hello. Hello. Okay, my game just started freaking out on me for a moment. Okay, so just jump straight down. That stuff. That stuff. We do have another one of those, so yeah, the one thing that of importance that I know we lost, we have another one. Because for some reason it gave us two. Don't think it's setting it's supposed to do that, but you know, I'll take it. We can get more spells later. No, and speaking of spells, I have the hiccups now. I don't know why I'm using insert filtered, because there's nothing to filter. There's more pie. There's nothing to filter when... Did I have a parachute on me? I swear I had a parachute. That might be an important thing. We need to get another one of, but those can be crafted. Okay. So we have more treasure to collect from over here. I need to look at the spellstone and see what else it gives me, because I don't think I've fully read this. Ooh, item cooldowns. That's actually pretty good for the item I have in my hand right now. Just need to make sure I don't get hit by lightning, I guess. Which also means by certain dragons, don't get hit by some spellcasters that have lightning spells. I think there's a way I can summon lightning and end up hitting myself too. I need to be careful with that. That's... Come on. Okay, that's better. So I have particles that I made over there, and it still keeps pulling me back. Just like, oh yeah, you did the thing you did it over there. But now you're back over here, despite the fact you didn't even walk in this direction. Eh. That's... Okay, so one of these, that's a kitchen. One of these places has to be a photographer. With some iron, I'll take some iron. It's a bigger kitchen. Some villagers. I should probably take this out of my hand before I accidentally use it in the middle of the village. That would be bad. There's sweet berries in there. I want the sweet berries too. Ooh, that's a nice building right there. That's not part of the village, but I guess we're lucky enough to have it in the village. It's... I don't know what tower this is, but you know, this tower's nice. Oh, this must be a wizard's tower if it has wizard type loot in it. There's another thing with quote unquote dungeon loot. Oh, this must be where the priest villager that we saw over in the main part of the village lives. We're gonna have an inscription table. The baby villager outside. There has to be a cartographer somewhere in here. Hello, I don't think I have one of those, but I can get one of those later. I know how to get one of those, and they're easy to get once you have the means of getting rid of villagers, specifically. Oh wait, I just went in a big loop. And now, let's see if we're lucky enough to get 10 obsidian. No obsidian. But there's a bottle, and I'll take the flint still. I believe a golden axe should be fine. Purple bed. I actually like the purple beds. Purple's actually one of my favorite colors. Well, that's one way to integrate yourself into a village. That's really one way to integrate yourself into a village. Well, now that they're officially free. You don't have anything I need. How about you? I'm not sure if they're capable of trading to give me what I need. They want to take what I need, but... Scroll. Pretty good scroll. Divine Smite. Heal. I believe that's heal self. Teleport level 1. Starfall, I think, is a pretty good spell. I don't know. I don't think I've actually used that one. Then again, there's a significant amount of spells that I haven't used, and a lot of the spells are good as long as you have the right setup. More lapis. Some flesh. Some bread. Heat surge. Ooh, Galvin, I need that. I need a lot of that, actually. A lot of that. So I need some titanium, which I think requires a diamond pickaxe. And this structure always has at least one titanium in it. Oh, it has disturbed gravel. Yeah, diamond pickaxe. And that's the crystal clusters that usually pop up on top of whatchamacallit. Those little redstone things that almost look like budding amethyst that I looked at, I think, last time we played, actually. The ones that need silk touch, so I can't necessarily pick up the one that's down in our mines. Do you have maps? You do not have maps. Sweet berries are nice. I like sweet berries. I think that was the cheaper for 50. Yes, 50 chests. Which means we have 50 more before we have to worry about our inventory space again. Specifically, it gives you an item once you hit 100 chests. And I need to at least have one inventory space at chest 100. It's not an important item, but it's still a nice item that I don't want to just throw into some random void or something. Especially since the only way you can get it is with the achievement. This village is really laggy for this. I feel like I'm missing something. There's way upstairs, isn't it? Yes, there is. Do you have a map? No, just some emeralds. Or an emerald. One of these buildings has to be a cartographer. There's always at least one in the village. It's the cartographers to drop the maps that I need. Oh wait, my chat disappeared. Hold on. There's my chat. There we go. Everything's back. Grindstone. Another broken boat. Oh, it's not broken, it's just not made yet. Those boats are actually pretty cool. They're actually pretty cool. That's kind of why I chose them over some other boat mods. Only one mod I think I'd like over that is I forget what it's called. I think it's a Valhesia or something. That used to be like not simply aircraft. Simply aircraft's pre-made stuff that you just take a plane, set it down, and something ships. I don't know. It's the mod from think used to exist in 1.6 for days of Minecraft, where you basically make the thing place down a steering wheel and maybe some furnaces as engines, and then boom, you have a ship. It floats away. Or there's balloons, and you can make an airship that literally floats away. Well, normally controlled floating away. It's not just gonna leave you in outer space, but at least this version of Minecraft, a mod like that is actually pretty intensive on an already kind of stretched thin mod pack. So I chose one that gave you basic boats, but they have more shapes than just the regular boats. It's like enhanced boat crafting. It's very shaky over here. I'm reading up on those, that way I can turn them into paper. Another one? Oh, and you. I have to go home and clear out my inventory before looting too many more things again. This is another quote-unquote spell book. Because there's a couple mods that add spells, but this specific one, spells are not even its main feature. They're just useful things for you to use. Well, yeah, things for you to use. That's what you do with most things, but that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Well. That worked out. well, it's fun if you get to actually see what it does. I mean, we'll have to try it out on some enemy later, alongside this one. And both together might actually do a pretty good job of basically keeping the enemy away from us and dead, relatively speaking anyway. Loading again. There we go. More apples. A doll. Well, that's the first death protection item. There's a few of them that we could have gotten, but... actually want to keep that on me. We're gonna need more chests. I think I had chests at one point. If not, I'll make more, but... rather try to use up what we have instead of... Most of those are the last two chests I had. At least full-size chests. There we go. I guess. You know, for now, until I start throwing everything into the actual storage system, which will get to time. Maybe a lot of time, but in time, I have a couple of storage systems that we need to get stuff for if we want to do it. There's a high chance I'll end up using one specific one, but I at least have options with some of my mods. Which way's that way? That's the way I want to go, just not into the creeper. Actually, you know what? Creeper. Well. Oh, you dropped an egg. if I ever need creepers later, I can make a creeper spawner, as in get a spawner and then grab a creeper and put it into it. Still need to get a spawner key. And Silk Touch. Silk Touch is the most important thing in this mod pack, it seems. Because you need Silk Touch to activate just about anything. Who are you? You don't look like an illager. This is the best zombie villager I've seen ever, I swear. Just like... Okay, enemies. Oh, your projectile doesn't work on me. As long as I sidestep it. Come on. Oh, well now don't activate the magic book now that we're behind a block. Okay, everybody, that way. Wait, hang on, isn't that the enchantment for my helm? No. No, that's the enchantment for my boots. Why are my boots able to use physical damage? Okay, Curse of Bones was good. Curse of Bones keeps me safe. It's just like... I guess all my weapons have that since my armor has it. I didn't know you could just enchant your armor with stuff. I expect it to just work. It's probably something specific to Boreal Tombstone. Oh yes, now my spells can be sensitive. What's that? The black hole still thinks there. So pickaxe, go. I cast Beam of Doom. Got hit. Okay, so you count on it. You know what, with this new turn of events, as in, I'm still missing all my stuff. Maybe this is about the time. No. I'll continue going for a little bit longer. Yay! I'm not dying. Okay, the next tower we find is probably gonna be where I'm gonna call it. Gotta teleport home and... Oh no, not another one of those. Can't go there, it's too dangerous. Don't have anything near which require too much to face off against these things. I just want to eat some pie, and the pie's not eating me. You know what, this is probably a good place to actually call it now. This is a nice village, safe, and once I get the option to name the village, just simply putting village on the name, that way I can tell it's a village. It's probably going to be an important village for a lot of things we're going to do. And with that, I think I'm going to call it a night.